Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for making the time on a Saturday morning to attend this TPPA volunteer onboarding session. We prepared this material because some of you have, since you joined as volunteers, you have not really been given a proper onboarding. And we wanted to complete, collecting as many volunteers as we can before conducting this session. But we have decided to record this, and those who will not be able to attend, we will share the recording with them when we onboard them, because we're expecting some other volunteers to join us. We had conducted some interviews, and we are waiting to give them feedback. So what I'm going to cover in this session is I'm going to share a little bit of history about TPPA, who is behind TPPA, and that is the leaders and the roles that they play, our impacts and goals, your role and responsibilities as our volunteers, the code of conduct and professional expectations for you, personal and professional development opportunities that are available, because we don't want you just to give to TPPA. We want also for you to be able to enhance your CVs and get something out of this journey. Collaboration and communication, ongoing projects, and then we can discuss the next steps. So to start off, I'm going to introduce to you our leadership team. And the leadership team is actually comprised of the people that are guarantors, because TPPA is registered as a company limited by guarantee. So we have people that offered to be the guarantors and the initial leaders of TPPA. The vision that we have is that once TPPA becomes more stabilized, we will have other leaders, and we will step down and just remain as guarantors and board advisors. So for now, because we are not there yet, so most of us are wearing 2 or 3 hats. We are guarantors. We are also leading some of the committees in which you have volunteered in. So our chairperson is Dr. Patricia Bosche, and she's also in professional development as well, the Committee for Professional Development. And then myself, Josephina Nshunju, I am also one of the guarantors, and I am the leader for membership and financial affairs. And that's the reason why I'm holding this session, because I'm in charge of membership. We'll also have Pascom Shanga. He's also part of membership and finance. He does mostly our finances right now, but he's also in the membership committee. And then we have Fatma Songoro. Most of you know her. She's responsible for marketing and communication and public outreach. And then we have Rachel Magege, who is kind enough to join us this morning. She's the leader for professional development. So all the webinars, all the events that we have, learning events, the collaboration events that we've had with Tanganyika Law Society, Tech Hive, she has been the one behind the scenes pushing and leading these initiatives. We also have Tumwesiga Lushakuzi. He is our company secretary. He's also assisting us here and there, especially in the strategic and public outreach as well. We have Justin Alipoki. He's our IT guy, so he's the one that sorts out all the technical issues with Zoom. He's the one that manages our Zoom account. He's the one that worked on the TPPA website, our emails. So he's the guy that is behind our IT infrastructure. And then we have Harry Mbiro. He's also part of the marketing, communication, and public outreach, mostly doing outreach together with Tumwesige and Fatma after the restructure of our committees. So he's responsible for, finding relationships with other organizations to help TPPA grow in partnership, but also to find funding opportunities. And then we have Amiri. Oh, sorry. How do I go back? Okay, sorry. We have Amiri Hamisi, who joined us recently. He's helping us as the programs coordinator. So the middleman for all the committees in assisting the chairperson to make sure everything runs smoothly. I didn't get a chance to add his photo yet, but I think you've seen him sending some of the messages in our group. So he is the programs coordinator for now. Now, after introducing our leadership, I will go to share a little bit of history of how TPPA came about. So the idea to formulate a Tanzanian association for privacy professionals was birthed in 2023, and it was myself and one of our former leaders, Mrisho, that we connected on LinkedIn, and we had a discussion and we said, how do we bring this thing to life? And we said the rest is history. We started a WhatsApp group and a LinkedIn page, and we started inviting people based in Tanzania. We restricted the membership of both communities initially to Tanzanians only because we wanted to connect with our with our fellows in a comfortable and closer way without having the complications of trying to understand different jurisdictions. So we made it strictly limited to Tanzanians. We wanted it to be an exclusive place for Tanzanians to meet and to speak the same language and understand each other. So the journey started off with a WhatsApp group and LinkedIn page. We then looked for other members that had made major steps in this area, and they were hungry for the same thing, but they also didn't know where to start. We came together and we registered TPPA as a company limited by guarantee, as I mentioned earlier. And then we also launched the membership subscription. And this is because when we created the WhatsApp group, we didn't want it to be about us, the founders. We wanted the members themselves to make the next move. Do they want us to remain just an online community exchanging ideas, or do they want us to be a legally recognized entity? So they all voted for TPPA to be registered and to legally exist and to have membership subscription. So we got the green light from what is now known as the Friends of TPPA to do the registration. And those who were ready to take the next steps with us joined as subscribed members, like most of you are. And since 2024, we've been operating as a registered organization, and we've held several events. Recently we concluded our AGM. We've had the members meet and greet. We've had networking event. We've had a lot of webinars and online sessions. So that is what we have managed to do so far. And we've had partnerships as well, and still looking for more partnerships. So what is TPPA all about? Our vision, of course, is to be a leading platform for data governance and privacy excellence in Tanzania, and to be recognized in driving innovation, protection, and protecting digital rights. Our mission, of course, always is to empower you and empower other privacy professionals in Tanzania. Through education, through networking, through advocacy, through partnership with our fellow associations in East Africa. We will do our best to ensure that our members get the most out of being part of TPPA. What do we value most? We value integrity, innovation, collaboration, continuous learning, and ethical leadership, because our desire is to have TPPA as the leading association, not just in Tanzania, but in the whole of Africa. That's our biggest desire. So what are the key activities of TPPA? Our key activities are to support and build strong networks among privacy professionals in Tanzania. We want to partner with institutions that offer different certifications. We hope to also have our own certifications in the near future that we can give out when we have master classes and customized trainings. But we also want to partner with organizations that already have these structured trainings in place, and then we can we can collaborate and issue those certifications together. We also want to conduct research and publications. I think you have seen Rachel a few months ago, the professional development team have been making a call for purpose for our journal. So we do have the journal work is already in progress, so that is already ongoing. But we are going to take steps further and do other publications and conduct researches as well. We desire also to collaborate with government, private, and public organizations to strengthen the privacy practice in Tanzania. Like I said, we have already partnered with Tanganyika Law Society. We have a partnership with Tech Hive. And we are also discussing some other strategic partnerships with East Africa Law Society and any other. We're already good friends with the Kenya Data Governance, the Data Governance Society of Kenya. We're already very good friends with them. We've collaborated on a webinar recently. We've been collaborating with them since the inception of TPPA. So we believe we have a good relationship there and we will build on it. We are already providing training, seminars, and learning resources for members. Now, the learning resources, we hope to have them available on our website or on some online platform. And that is where we hope our IT team will help us on how to structure this, how we can have a resource center for our members where they can go and look for cases, they can go and look for study material, whatever it is that they need. We hope we can have, we are planning to have that platform for you to be able to access those. We already have trainings and seminars in collaboration with other organizations, which is good. And we are planning to have our own master classes as well, where we'll invite experts to train. We have already organized networking events. We thank Rachel. She's always the champion for these networking events and we have professional discussions. We had one a few months ago. And of course, we have regular webinars. We have another one coming up this month. So we try to have webinars every quarter, but if an opportunity arises and we have them even more, we will have more. And that's why we need more volunteers in professional development, in marketing, to be able to drive these different initiatives. We also, one of the future projects for TPPA is to offer mentorship programs for our members, those that are still young in the profession and students as well. So once we are more settled, once we have the right people in the right committees, we will kickstart this because this is going to fall under membership. So my plan is to make sure that we start these mentorship programs. We can start like a pilot project with maybe 5 senior professionals mentoring 5 juniors, and then we can see after maybe 3 months what is the outcome, what have we gained from it, and then from that we can now launch it on a bigger on the whole of TPPA members, because again we want to be able to hold each other's hands and to move forward. So what have we achieved so far since the inception of TPPA until today? We have a community of over 300 privacy professionals enthusiasts in our Friends of TPPA group. I think most of you started in the Friends of TPPA and then moved to the members group. And in the members group, we have about 40 plus subscribers. I wrote 40 plus subscribers because in the last 2 days, I've been cleaning out and removing those that have not renewed their membership. So I know the number is 40 plus, and some just renewed their membership like yesterday, so I need to recount. But we have 40 plus member. We would like this number to go up, and that's why we need a lot of support in our marketing team, because the marketing team plays a huge role in marketing TPPA to the rest of to the rest of the world or the rest of Tanzania, but also to the friends of TPPA, because you can see the majority of people, they are already one leg in, but they just need to be convinced to be able to subscribe as members. And for us to be able to do that, we need to offer packages that are desirable to them. So that's why we need help in all the committees, so that we can be able to give the best to those who want to join TPPA. We have over 2,000 plus followers on LinkedIn. I didn't get the opportunity to check on Instagram and X because I'm more active on LinkedIn. But we have a large following on Instagram as well. And we have X, I think, I don't know if it's available in Tanzania or not. There were issues there, but we have an account on X as well. In terms of partnership, I already explained. We did partner with PDPC in the beginning. When they had the sensitization workshop, some of us had the opportunity to speak there. Lucky for me, I was in Tanzania at that time, so I was one of the speakers. Rachel was one of the speakers. Dr. Patricia was also one of the speakers. So that was a good opportunity for TPPA. It put us on the right platform. We also have had several sessions together with TLS, and we have a partnership with TechHub as well. This is a Nigerian organization that practices in the same area as us. And again, here is where we need more volunteers because we need to have these strategic relationships in order for TPPA to be known, to be seen, and that will help us to generate income because right now TPPA is purely driven by the membership subscription. So you can imagine the membership subscription of 40 plus people, and most, it's a mix of students and professional members paying 100,000 and 20,000. It's not enough to run the organization, and that's why a lot of things are going slow because we need to mobilize funds, and we need all the hands on board that we can get to be able to make TPPA a desirable organization for people to contribute, to partner with, to sponsor. So that's why we need your help so much. Like even all the leaders I've introduced you to, we are all volunteering. Nobody is getting anything out of this. So we are on the same level as you. All the money that is collected for TPPA is to pay for our Zoom account, it's to pay for the events, venues, for like the AGM and stuff like that, to pay for sometimes for what you call this, the material that we post online. Sometimes we have to pay someone to make it look very nice. That's the only thing we can do with the money right now because we are not there yet to be able to spend money on big initiatives. So now we come into the volunteer roles and responsibilities. I briefly shared the different committees that we have and what they are about in the WhatsApp group. And I've received some emails and I've received messages from people that wanted to join. So currently we have 4 committees. We have professional development, we have membership affairs and finance, we have social media, marketing, social media, and public outreach, and website and technology. So what is the responsibility of each of these committees? Professional development, it speaks for itself. It's a committee that is responsible for all the events that we have, meaning educational events, the workshops, the webinars, the annual general meeting, the master classes, the journal and the articles. So anything related to the furthering of education of our members, it falls under professional development. So if you're somebody that loves to research, you love to write, you love to organize events, to prepare materials for events, to find different speakers and trainers, this is the committee that you can join. And then the second one is marketing, social media communication, and public outreach. Now, this is the one that is responsible for all our marketing materials and marketing presence. So the presence of TPPA to the public, this is the committee that is responsible for that. All the posts that you see on our social media, all the advertisement, all the engagement that is happening online on our platforms, including on WhatsApp, the sharing of updates and latest news, it's the marketing team that does that. So if you're a person that is interested in that, you're interested in the social media engagement, you're interested in preparing engaging posts that provoke people to want to learn more, you are you have a creative mind from that perspective, from content perspective, then the marketing team is the place for you to join. And then we have membership and financial affairs. What we do in membership is we are responsible for the onboarding of our members, registration of our members, and we are responsible of tracking membership. When is the membership due? When is, we are also responsible for, so we maintain the up-to-date records for our members. We organize events that are related to members, like the networking events that falls under us. Any social gathering that is for members, that falls on us, as well as finances. That means okay, the managing finances as well, because when people join as members, they have to pay for their membership. So we are also responsible for the register of members to ensure that everybody is a current member, they've paid their membership. We are responsible for the well-being of the membership. That means keeping our members engaged on our platforms. And also, like I said, the membership committee is also going to be responsible for managing the mentorship program. So in the future, it will be our responsibility to pair up, mentors and mentees. That is a task that will fall under us, but our biggest role is to ensure that we are constantly doing research to confirm that our members are satisfied with what TPPA has to offer. And that's where we collaborate with marketing and professional development to make sure, hey, do you have anything coming up? Do you have any marketing content that we can share to our members and ourselves? Also, we have to think of different ideas to keep our members engaged. So if you are that kind that likes to champion, that likes to to work in membership and financial affairs, then you are welcomed, because also the area of finance, we need people that are good with numbers to be able to track what is coming in and also what is coming out. Nothing goes out without the sign off of the chairperson, but we need someone to be able to manage our spreadsheet for the finances as well. We need to have our books proper, because at the end of the year, we need to show our members how their money was spent. So we need someone to help us also to manage our accounts. And then lastly, we have website, IT, and technology. So these are the people that are in charge of making our website function well. It is beautiful, it is good to look at, it contains everything, every information that we think we want our audience to know. Our website is the face of TPPA on the digital platform, so we want it to be able to stand out, because we want to partner with international entities, and in order for us to partner with them, we need to be able to show a website that is is of international standards. So this is the work that is still ongoing. Our website is not there yet, but it's available, it's accessible. You can go through it, but we have a lot of work to do there to bring it up to the standard that we want. Our IT team also is responsible for managing our online presence in terms of the administration of those accounts, giving access, helping us in case we are locked out. I think if there was an issue with somebody tried to hack our website, so we were not able to get into our emails. So things like that, they help us with the technical infrastructure, or of our digital platforms, and handling all the technical issues, managing like our Zoom account and any other online presence that we have. So if you are somebody with an IT background, then this is the best place for you to contribute to PPA to help us in the time being before we hire paid workers. So as a volunteer, what are your commitments and what are expectations from us? So as a volunteer, we expect you to commit between 5 to 10 hours per week, depending on the role in the project. So, for example, if you are part of a an event organization, we are organizing a big event, you might need to commit more hours than you would normally do. But we have calculated between 5 to 10 hours a week should be enough for you to be a part of TPPA. So imagine you're contributing an hour every day, Monday to Friday, you're giving us 1 hour or 2 hours Monday to Friday. I think all of us can spare those hours if we really, really want to be volunteers. And then we might need additional time for events, like I said, when we have training sessions, or we have campaigns, or we have live events like, the AGM or other big events that we might have to collaborate with other organizations and conduct a whole day session. We might need more of your time there as well. But we also have flexibility. Some projects are going on for a very long time. So we are flexible in that way, and we hope you can also be flexible to contribute your hours based on the project and what it needs. So that is about flexibility. And you already know we work remotely. I am in Sweden, but most of you are in Tanzania. Dr. Patricia is in Germany, but people also travel here and there. We thank God for the technology that we have. And because of that technology, we are able to work remotely. So you don't have to physically be at one of our offices. And by the way, when we need to use an office, we use the breakthrough attorneys, and that is Harry and Tumwesige's office. They joined TPPA as a law firm. So breakthrough attorneys have offered us their offices because, like I said, due to lack of funds, we currently don't have a physical office of our own. So when we need to work in an office, we use breakthrough attorneys' offices, or we use Pasco's office as well. He has a law firm. So, and that's the official address for TPPA. It's his law firm. So he also makes his offices available to us if we want to be on location for meetings or events. But other than that, we conduct most of our work on our WhatsApp platform and through emails. We coordinate everything online, and so far we've been doing this for over a year, and it's been working seamlessly. It's been working perfectly. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I must be in Dar es Salaam, or I must be in Tanzania. As long as you are a Tanzanian, you are a member of TPPA, you can work remotely. We allow people to volunteer for both short-term and long-term. So you can be a volunteer for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. You can tell us how long you want to commit to us, and we will be understanding of that. And volunteering, after all, it's free. You're giving your time for free. So we allow you, if you want to volunteer just for a specific project, that is also allowed as well, to volunteer for a specific project. So we have a code of conduct for our volunteers. We have a code of conduct for members, but this one is specific for volunteers. We expect you to respect confidentiality. That means there are times you might you might be required to handle sensitive information related to TPPA. We expect you to keep those confidential and not disclose those to other people. We also expect you to conduct yourself ethically. That means you must be, you must have integrity, you must be honest, you must also have accountability. We really value accountability, not this throwing people under the bus or pointing fingers at someone else. We expect you made a decision to become a volunteer by yourself, nobody forced you into it, then you should be self-driven. You shouldn't always just sit and wait for one of the leaders, maybe Rachel or myself or Fatma or Harry, to tell you what to do. You already know what that committee stands for. You already know the mandate for that committee. Be the one to take initiative. Don't always wait for the leader. Take an initiative and get the leader to buy into it. Say, I have this idea. Can we run with it? And then run with it. And then when you're also given tasks, don't wait to be reminded what your task is. You should be knowing what your task is and run with it according to how you were instructed to do. and don't wait to always be reminded, because then it defeats the whole purpose of why we have a big team. And then we also there's an issue of conflict of influence. So if you have any personal or professional conflicts that you think it might it might affect your performance in TPPA, please reveal that to us so we can know what to do. For example, if you are an active member in the, let's say, Kenyan Association, and then you're also an active member in TPPA, and we are doing the exact same thing, that can cause a conflict of interest. So it's good you let us know so we know how to know how to proceed with it. In this material, there's a link to the documentation that contains the code of conduct, but I will request all of you to send me your email addresses after this session so that I send to you the full package of the documentation that we have for volunteers. Now I've spoken about what TPPA is about, the different committees, what we expect from you. Now I want to draw a picture for you of what you can expect to get out of your role as a volunteer in TPPA. So as TPPA, we are offering you professional networking to build connection with industry experts. Most of you will be in charge of interacting with people of high authority, to invite them to events, to meet them at these events, to usher them around. So this is a great opportunity for you to meet these people of high caliber and connect with them. But also skills development. You will gain hands-on experience in privacy advocacy. Even when we launch the mentorship program, obviously the pilot project will be for our volunteers, those who are interested to be mentored. So we will start with our volunteers. So you have the advantage of being the first people to be mentored when we launch this mentorship program. We will offer you career advancement. As our volunteers, we want you to be the first ones to gain the most from being a member of TPPA, but also for volunteering. And that is to ensure that we work side by side by you. And this, of course, it goes on your CV as someone that has volunteered in TPPA. So I really hope you are not just volunteering to have this on your CV. To have this on your CV, they are going to call us to give you references. So if your performance was not good, we will not be able to reference you, even if you were one of our volunteers. So it's a give and take. You perform your roles as expected, and we will give you the best references for your CVs. But also, we want you to be able to put this on your social media platforms that you are one of the volunteers for TPPA. We'll have our IT team, or we'll have our technology team design the different badges for TPPA members and TPPA volunteers, so you can amplify that on your profile. And I think you all know, as a volunteer, it adds on to your CV. You also play a part in contributing to shaping and advancing privacy. Imagine years down the line, you can look back and say, I was one of the people that moved TPPA from point one to, from point A to point B. So there's so much to gain from this. At the end of your tenure as a volunteer, we will be giving you certifications, volunteer certification, as a thank you for being a part of the volunteer and working with TPPA. And you can share this on your different platforms. And for this to have a bigger value, we need to work together to grow TPPA. Can you mute Frida? Frida Shirima. Frida. Okay, all right. So as I said, these recognitions, we will be recognizing you for all your effort. We will continue with recognizing our volunteers and our workers that are performing highly. But like I said, for these recognitions to have a high value, we need to work together to make TPPA a recognizable organization, to make TPPA a huge organization. And to do that, we need to collaborate in all these things that I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation. And of course, interdisciplinary exposures. As you can see in our WhatsApp groups, we have people from diverse backgrounds. We have people from cybersecurity. We have people with legal backgrounds. We have people with AI knowledge. So you have an opportunity to connect with people from different backgrounds, and this will also help you in identifying the area that you would like to pursue, and we can connect you with the right people to talk to before you make that leap and that decision to grow. Just hold on. Okay. All right. So our currently ongoing projects, like I think I've been saying throughout this presentation, strategic outreach is our biggest project. It's an ongoing project, but we want to be able to do more. So we need more volunteers there in the marketing, communication, and strategic public outreach, because that's where we connect with different organizations that can either partner with TPPA, they can join as corporate members. So we need a lot of people to help us to do these different outreaches, so we can find ways to mobilize funds for TPPA. Like I said, relying on membership subscription only is not enough to make TPPA run at its optimum level. We also need to get more people moving from friends of TPPA to subscribed members, because that's how we get more funds. That's how we can do bigger things for our members. It's unfortunately, it depends on how much we have in our pockets. And it's very important that we document all this and share with our members so they can see the true picture. When we say we need funds, then everybody can put their hands on deck to help us in doing this strategic outreach. Marketing and social media, as you can see, we have an annual calendar, and we do our best to follow that calendar, either by having a webinar or having a social media post talking about what that event is about. So again, we need more people here to help us to identify different initiatives that we can amplify and use that marketing tactic to bring more following to TPPA, but also to get people to join TPPA. The biggest area with a lot of work to be done, of course, it's research and professional development. Research and professional development, it's about the journal, it's about the reports, it's about research and publications, it's about the webinars, the master classes. So not only organizing, but preparing the materials for these different trainings and master classes. So we need to have a very huge team when it comes to professional development. So if you're somebody that is into academia, we really need your assistance in professional development. We need a lot of people to help us there, because there will be a lot of reading, a lot of reviewing, a lot of assessing, and the publications that go out there. So the academia is in professional development, and that's why we need more people there. Membership affairs, of course, we need to make sure our members are happy, our members are satisfied with the packages that we are giving them. So we work in collaboration with all the other committees, but it is our responsibility in membership affairs to make sure we come up with good ideas of what to do next to keep our platforms engaged, what to do next to keep our members satisfied. Like recently I was following up on the Q&A. So the Q&A, that is it's a unique opportunity that we want to give to our members only, to bring questions and to have those questions answered on a live session with experts, sharing their knowledge, and people being able to ask questions live on the session. So membership affairs has the big task to make sure we bring in more members and retain the membership that we have. Actually, the biggest assignment is how do we retain members? So we need people that have those great ideas of how we can retain our membership. How can we make sure we are offering our members the best of what TPPA has to offer, so that they don't say after 1 year of being members, they're like, I'm not interested in renewing. I didn't see what I gained from TPPA. So it's our job to make sure they don't leave. I didn't add the IT part, but as I already mentioned, the ongoing IT project right now is our website. That is the biggest project. There's still a lot that needs to be done on our website, including to have a members platform. We want to be able to have a platform where all our members can log in and access all the necessary documentation that they like, the constitution, the code of conduct, all the documents that members should have access to, the library for resources. We want to be able to have a place where you can log in as a member and then have access to all these things. So those are some of the projects that we will hand over to our IT team, and hopefully they can bring this to life, because I know sometimes our visions cannot really be turned into something that is workable online, but they can advise us on the best way to do the different things that we have on our website. So we want things to be more official than WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a chat platform, yes, but we want to be able to have a proper workspace for our volunteers, a workspace for our members as well. So what is the next step for us as volunteers? First is to confirm your membership status with TPPA. So because we are in need of volunteers, and when we were conducting interviews for student coordinator, we received applications from people that are not volunteers. And we agreed that rather than sending them away, we will accept them as volunteers, but we will not include them in the members group. And so that means they will not have access to the benefits that members have, because that is unfair to members that are paying. So they will help us in our tasks, in our assignments. They'll remain in the committee WhatsApp groups, but they will not be able to benefit from the benefits that are for paid members. So if you are a TPPA member already, then that's great. But for those that are not TPPA member, they will remain in the committee, but they will not be able to participate in those members-only platforms until they pay for their membership. We have membership volunteers agreements that we would like you to sign as a commitment for the task that is ahead. And we also have the non-disclosure agreement. I think most of you that are employed, you know this. You're not supposed to disclose company information outside as long as you are working with us. So we have a non-disclosure agreement, we have the volunteer agreement, we have the code of conduct as well that you need to abide to. After this meeting, you can join the committee that you are interested in. I already introduced who are the heads of this committee at the beginning of this session, but in case you've forgotten, I'll remind you. I am in charge of membership and finance. Rachel is in charge of professional development. Fatima is in charge of marketing, communication, and public outreach. And we have Justin, who is in charge of our IT and the website and so forth. So join the necessary committees if you haven't yet. And then lastly is to get access to a volunteer folder. So at the moment we are using Google Docs, and I am the one that created the TPPA folder. So if you don't have access to that folder, please let me know, and I will grant you access to the folder for volunteers, where we'll be putting all the documentation. Actually, all these contracts and so forth are in there. But I don't want people to make the mistake of signing the template and then other people can't sign it. So I will send those directly to you instead of giving you access to the folder so you can sign. The folder will be used for other things. So I intended to keep this up to just 1 hour, and I'm glad I was able to complete before that 1 hour. We've come to the end of this session. And now I'm going to stop the recording, and then you can ask questions if you have.